Guess we can rest a bit. I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
Time to act.
My great undertaking! Come into being! Burn! Live! Burst forth! Feel this ancient power.
Punishment! Let me weave you a verse.
Time for retribution! Come into being! Burst forth! Come into being! Live! Witness my great undertaking!
ample light, active biological organisms. Yes, this is a good place to sketch.
Come into being! Burst forth!
Shiver!
Burn! Feel this ancient power! Come into being! Live! Come into being! Burst forth!
You can't run! No, my sword! Ring cutter! Lights out!
Witness my great undertaking! Come into being!
Judgment!
forth. Yeah. Moment of birth. Live!
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds as sketchy as that whole thing seems. You did put it to good...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can... It felt very much like that ain't... Indeed. We should remain vigilant.
So it's an under...
The force is definitely coming from the source of the Tatar. Judging from the concentration,
Mrs. Nagato's...
it could well be that he was already under... From what I've been... But most will develop... Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. Step back. I'll open the door and take a look in. If we don't open this door, we can move no You needn't worry.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in.
That was too scary.
All we can do now is two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's go. Quiet your mind. Coming to be! From this point, the trail appeared. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance. Quite possibly.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Punishment!
Time for retribution!
Rain outlines your...
Live! Feel this ancient power.
It's...
Ugh! Look at this red stuff! What is it?
By the looks of it, a letter. Well, let's take a look. According to this letter, Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse, and
So,
he was not only whatever traces there may have been of his... Yes. Right now, if Amenoma Yuya is attacking...
right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, felt for a practitioner of the all the clues that at first... I have a hypothesis that...
Wait!
I believe so. On with the search.
The soil is moist, ideal for collecting the roots of bloom blossoms. No, please. Allow me to handle this.
Why here?
I'm not sure.
Show yourself!
Haide Harakazua. It's you, at last.
Aha! What's your problem?
Indeed, there should... But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, Whoa!
Tatarigami and the blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. Or rather, as a means to occupy.
You're sharper than I thought. Many years ago, I was forged by a famed... as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he was a bladesmith of And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect...
So...
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that After the death of... I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power. The might of...
So, Amit, tell me, what happens to...
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but... when they got tired or injured or...
You're...
After I returned to... At long last. Kaedehara now.
Into the wind!
next is...
Wins!
Not stand in my way, or I will...
Your bluff's fooling no one.
Lost. Even if you defeat me here, the one... He is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. And even if I were to, by any means...
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishi, but from your movement?
Really?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thought. Since the blade is currently possessing Aminome Yuya's body, if you ask me, the mania is probably due.
Are you trying to collect on his deathbed? He passed to in that regard. Why?
Because all of that, I've been wondering why you... Now that I've seen inside your... After all the time...
Oh, that's right.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his... Well, that brings... You were determined. I think you realized, but the way I see it...
What would you know about any of this?
You returned to Ina, even if you were to sever that divine light. Sure, you inherit... How could you...
Silence! I must. I will concede that you are
And you should...
Easy for you to... I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitate.
How stubbornly... I do not believe for a...
What?
Very well. Once we have dealt...
And as for your end of the bargain...
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only... The cursed blade's strength is currently very... The power of the Tatarigan... Even if things... We have a chance here to save an innocent...
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful... Now.
Kazuha?
I felt a little... It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan,
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of... If he wants to avoid
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that...
all right.
What about Aminoma Yuya? What you...
The blade says he'll let Aminome Yuya
Are we sure this is... Okay, fine.
Although it's not gold, it certainly glitters.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
How's this?
Wind Strider!
Finally, the fairy.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strike!
Finally, the fairy.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. Though he's making every effort to persevere.
Something else on...
How strange. Let's keep going.
It's my lucky day. Boom! How's this?
Time to
Say
go.
no more.
Wind strike.
The fairy.
One with wind and cloud.
There's more.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength, he cannot hold out much longer.
But what would that do to...
I will be careful with it. He's... Time to go. Time to go. Wind strike. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really...
Yes,
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again.
perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his...
True form? What are you... Is this the same blade as before?
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's life. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I'm the only one who truly understood you.
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep Yup!
Don't worry. It's just more...
Day.
I'm ready!
How's this? To the fairy.
Wind Strider! Clouds high. The birds call.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara, and no one knew anything of my story. I thought that if I could achieve it...
But in this too, you have...
Indeed, too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without... Yours is the blade that took out...
Actually, this... Forging and... This blade has traveled the land with me. Skill. There is something else I must... Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient... Though you tried to cooperate with me while I resisted its... I feel a great sense of... The moment you embarked on this journey, you have known this for a long time.
He gave me... How could I possibly... I said to him...
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. When I touched the hilt for the first, a bladesmith a newly forged blade lay by him.
Wow.
Indeed. He felt intense regret, so he instructed that all he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly.
So that's what, after...
Right. I believe this blade has committed Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his He seems to have calmed down.
When I once told but darkness, not only did I fit...
You are finally seeing reality.
Since we agreed to the term, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake him. So, may I...
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too?
It has to be done in this... my physical form as...
His attitude has... What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. You must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. I utterly If a duel can help to set... I do not wish to be...
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for you.
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could... In any case...
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Club. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor.
Successor of Amenoma.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
The wind knows me. That hurt! Wind Strider. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strike! Wind strike! Clouds high. The birds fine.
Thank you for the... Although he appears battered and his sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
It's you! I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade, turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji, from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency, tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes. Badly wounded, but he will live. And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
But...
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that or his conscious...
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward. Speaking for myself, I understand. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me, just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaedehara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaedehara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. I don't... Wait!
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me, so all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Did one of them just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma! Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want... Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about!
All right, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait, so there are two missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the kabuki mono was not a human, but a puppet.
A puppet?
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well. Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay!
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it? Okay, then, even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there... Ah! Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.